Greetings. This is going to be a challenging and an awkward conversation. On May 25th, Mr. George Floyd, an African American, died while being restrained by a police officer who was white. Yet another example of an African American life being taken under circumstances that should not have happened. There's widespread rage, and that rage is well-founded. But it's an example that illustrates a blight on our society that goes back several hundred years. And that's the racial inequalities, the injustice, and the heavy price that African Americans continue to have to pay. For our conversation today, let me broaden that out, because there's other people who continue to suffer at the hands of inequality and injustice. Any way that you want to look at it. It could be other minorities. It could be faith, religion. It could be sexual orientation. It could be gender. There are so many folks who suffer from inequality and injustice. And it seems to boil down to a common denominator of a human condition of being different. For whatever reason, people have a tendency to react strongly and negatively to someone who's different. It's important for us to be able to power through that. It's important for us to work at a higher level of ethics, of integrity, of respect, both as individuals and as members of Civil Air Patrol, and as an organization, Civil Air Patrol. We embrace a set of core values. We embrace a framework of ethics in which we are called to deal with one another from a position of respect, from a position of inclusiveness, from a position to where every individual is valued for who and what she or he is. That is something that is absolutely an imperative for us and something that we must never surrender. When a case comes up like this with Mr. George Floyd, it's a time for us to take a look at ourselves and our own thoughts, our own beliefs, our own attitudes, a time for self-reflection. Is there something in me that is a stumbling block to that respect and value and inclusiveness? What can I do to move past that, to remove those barriers, to where there are no barriers, there are no handicaps, there are no impediments to us having that open door and inclusiveness as an individual, as members of Civil Air Patrol, and the organization of Civil Air Patrol itself. It is so important for every one of us, again, as individuals and as members of this amazing organization, to always start from a position of respect, from a position of kindness, from a position of compassion, remembering that we are called to this higher level of excellence as Civil Air Patrol, as the Air Force's auxiliary, as this amazing organization that does amazing things, community, state, and nation. There are challenging times and people are hurting, and it's important for us to understand that and to, again, act from that position of compassion. But this is also an opportunity. It's not just a challenging time, but this is an opportunity for us to do that self-reflection, to us to be able to make sure that we are totally bought in to the values of this amazing organization and how we treat each other from that position of kindness, respect, acceptance, inclusiveness. Thank you so much for allowing me to have this conversation with you. Make sure that you be well. Make sure that you stay safe in these challenging times as well. And through all this, be strong, because it's important for you, every single one of you, that you're strong so that you can take care of not just yourself, but take care of others, and we can continue to make a difference to community, state, and nation, and we continue to be this amazing organization called Civil Air Patrol. Thank you so much.